In a split second, the hum of a bustling airport turned into chaos as security forcibly escorted a sharply dressed black woman off a plane, unaware that her next move would send shockwaves through the aviation industry, unraveling a billion-dollar deal with a single phone call. On a crisp morning at Chicago O'Hare International Airport, Amara Jenkins sat in first class, her tablet glowing with spreadsheets and emails. She was a woman of precision, her tailored navy suit a testament to her meticulous nature. As the CEO of Horizon Ventures, a powerhouse investment firm, Amara was en route to Los Angeles to finalize a monumental deal with SkyVista Airlines. The $1 billion partnership would fund SkyVista's fleet expansion, a deal that had been months in the making. Her presence on the flight was no coincidence. She preferred to oversee critical negotiations in person, ensuring every detail aligned with her firm's vision. The cabin was quiet, save for the soft clinking of coffee cups and the murmur of passengers settling in. Amara reviewed her notes, her mind sharp despite the early hour. She was 42, a trailblazer who had climbed from a modest upbringing in Atlanta to the upper echelons of corporate America. Her reputation for strategic brilliance was matched only by her unyielding commitment to fairness. Horizon Ventures wasn't just about profit. It was about reshaping industries with integrity. As the plane taxied toward the runway, a flight attendant approached, her expression tense. "Ma'am, can you come with me, please?" The request was abrupt, cutting through the cabin's calm. Amara looked up, her brow furrowing slightly. "Is there an issue?" she asked, her tone even but firm. The flight attendant hesitated, glancing at a colleague who hovered nearby. "We just need you to step off the plane for a moment." Amara's instincts sharpened. She'd traveled countless times, and this felt off. "Can you explain why?" she pressed, her voice steady but laced with authority. The flight attendant's response was vague, something about a security concern. Passengers nearby began to glance over, their curiosity piqued. Amara closed her tablet, her movements deliberate, and stood. She wasn't one to cause a scene, but she also wasn't one to comply without clarity. At the jet bridge, 2 security officers waited, their postures rigid. One, a burly man with a badge pinned to his chest, spoke first. "Ma'am, we need you to exit the aircraft immediately." His tone was clipped, almost accusatory. Amara's eyes narrowed. "On what grounds?" she asked, her voice calm but unyielding. The second officer, younger and visibly uncomfortable, shifted his weight. "We received a report," he said, avoiding her gaze. "A passenger flagged you as suspicious." Amara's mind raced. Suspicious. She was in a tailored suit, her carry-on a sleek leather briefcase. Her boarding pass had been scanned, her ID verified. She was a frequent flyer with SkyVista, her status etched into their loyalty program. Yet here she was singled out. "Who flagged me?" she asked, her tone measured but carrying an edge. The officers exchanged glances but offered no answer. Instead, the older one gestured toward the terminal. "Let's go." The situation escalated quickly. As Amara stepped into the jet bridge, the older officer grabbed her arm, his grip firm. "Let's move," he barked. Amara froze, her voice dropping to a steely calm. "Remove your hand. Now." The officer didn't budge, his fingers tightening. Passengers on the plane craned their necks, some pulling out phones to record. The younger officer looked uneasy but said nothing. Amara's heart pounded, not with fear but with a clarity she'd honed over years of navigating high-stakes environments. This wasn't just about her, it was about something larger. In the terminal, the officers led her to a small holding area near the gate. A SkyVista supervisor, a woman in her 50s with a clipboard, joined them. "Ms. Jenkins, we're sorry for the inconvenience, but we have to follow protocol," she said, her tone rehearsed. Amara's eyes locked onto hers. "Protocol for what? I've done nothing wrong. I'm a paying passenger, and I'm being treated like a criminal." The supervisor's response was evasive, mentioning standard procedures and passenger safety. Amara pressed for details but none came. Instead, the older officer stepped closer, his voice low. "If you don't cooperate, we'll have to escalate this further." Amara's jaw tightened. She knew what this was. She'd faced it before. Subtle biases, assumptions cloaked in protocol. But this time, it wasn't just a slight or an inconvenience. It was public, humiliating, and deliberate. As the officers stood guard, Amara pulled out her phone. She wasn't calling for help. She was taking control. She dialed her chief counsel, Marcus Reed, a man known for his razor-sharp legal mind. "Marcus," she said, her voice steady despite the chaos around her. "I'm at O'Hare, being detained by Sky Vista security for no reason. I need you to pull the contract. All of it." Marcus didn't hesitate. "On it. What's the play?" Amara's eyes flicked to the supervisor, who was now whispering to the officers. "We're done with Sky Vista," she said. "Cancel the deal. Effective immediately." Marcus confirmed he'd handle it and hung up. Amara then called her CO Lauren Carter, who was already in Los Angeles preparing for the meeting. "Lauren, inform Sky Vista's board that Horizon Ventures is withdrawing. No negotiation, no discussion. They'll get the formal notice by noon." Within minutes, Amara's team was in motion. The $1 billion deal, meticulously negotiated over 6 months, was unraveling. Sky Vista's executives, unaware of the storm brewing, were still sipping coffee in their LA boardroom, expecting Amara's arrival. Meanwhile, in the terminal, the supervisor approached again, offering a half-hearted apology. "We can get you on the next flight," she said, as if that resolved everything. Amara's response was ice-cold. "You've made a mistake you can't undo." By the time Amara was allowed to leave the holding area, videos of the incident were already circulating online. Passengers had captured the moment security grabbed her arm, her calm but firm protests, and the officer's aggressive posture. Social media erupted, with hashtags like #SkyVistaScandal trending within hours. News outlets picked up the story, framing it as yet another case of racial profiling in air travel. But what no one knew yet was the bigger story. Amara's decision to pull the plug on a deal that could have transformed Sky Vista's future. Back at Horizon Ventures headquarters in New York, Marcus and his legal team drafted a formal termination notice. The contract, which included funding for 50 new aircraft and a sustainability initiative, was dead. Lauren, in Los Angeles, delivered the news to Sky Vista's stunned CEO, Richard Holt. "This is about trust," she told him. "Your team violated that trust today." Holt, a seasoned executive, tried to salvage the situation, offering apologies and promises of an investigation. But Lauren was unmoved. "Amara's instructions were clear," she said. "We're out." The fallout was swift. Sky Vista's stock plummeted as news of the cancelled deal spread. Analysts scrambled to assess the damage, estimating losses in the hundreds of millions. The airline issued a public statement, claiming the incident was a misunderstanding and promising a full review. But the damage was done. Amara's name, already respected in corporate circles, became a symbol of accountability. She didn't just walk away, she reshaped the narrative. Amara boarded a private charter to Los Angeles later that day. Her focus unbroken. She met with her team, redirecting the $1 billion to a competitor, Aerodynamic Airlines, whose leadership had a track record of inclusivity. The decision wasn't just about business. It was personal. Amara had spent her career breaking barriers, and she wasn't about to let Sky Vista's actions slide. In the weeks that followed, the incident sparked broader conversations. Advocacy groups called for reforms in airline security protocols, citing Amara's case as a flashpoint. Sky Vista faced lawsuits, not just from Amara's legal team but from passengers who'd witnessed the incident and felt complicit in the silence. Amara, meanwhile, remained focused on her mission. Horizon Ventures thrived, its reputation bolstered by her decisive action. The story of that morning at O'Hare wasn't just about a woman being wronged. It was about power, accountability, and the cost of underestimating someone like Amara Jenkins. Sky Vista learned that lesson the hard way, and the industry would never forget it.